Welcome back to the channel, everybody. So, it is March 2022 up here on Saddle Mountain on a beautiful, sunny, 45, 50 degree day up here, Central Washington. Link on the website. This is a spot that we've been to, well, many times at this point, and I'm up here for some very specific material. And, well, I figured maybe let's look around. We're up here at the main site. You can see behind me, that's the radar antenna. What is it? Microwave relayer. We got the main pit and then some other pits. We're gonna walk around, but let's look at this first. Beautiful day up here. Subaru did all right. There's some spots that are a little washed out coming up the road. A little less two-wheel drive friendly than typical. But if you've seen the other videos I've done up here, because we come up here every March, April, and now's the time. Cool, nobody up here, but here's the pit, the big pit. Let's go in here real quick, show you what's up. So, was it 2 years ago, over there's a log that goes down at like a 40-degree angle, and I got a nice chunk out of that. That had really good cellular replacement. There's another log that runs lengthwise down there, and you can see that people have kind of opened this up and backfilled it in some. But I'm sure those are still in there, but man, you're really, really deep. Let's look at this a little bit. So we have two basalt members up here. We have Rosa and Priest Rapids, and that transition zone is what you're looking for. That's where you're going to find the petrified wood, and so you gotta get down some, and you're going to find all kinds of stuff up here, like, you know, we got like some cruddy common opal that's all decayed and stuff, and you'll find this on your petrified wood. That's not what you want, though. So we've came up here enough to where I have the stuff that I want, for the most part. And what I mean is, I have a good yard rock. I have a nice kind of like big scraggly, oh, you can't really see me. I have a nice big scraggly piece of petrified wood, agatized wood. I have some nice blocks, you know, 6x6, 8x8 type agatized wood from up here. I have some opalized wood, which is less useful, you know? I mean, the thing that I don't have a lot of that I would like is some more limb casts, preferably small ones for a project. Like, I'm thinking finger to thumb size, and generally I think most people kind of pass on those up here because they're going for that big trophy. Well, how many trophies do you need? I already got what I want. So things like this is a little limb cast that I already found up here, and somebody there's Leica. It's actually her birthday today. Happy birthday, Leica. Dog's 5. So yeah, little limb casts is kind of the plan here. That's what I'm going to go for. We're going to walk around some, get some energy out of the dog, and yeah, I'm going to do some digging up here. It's real pretty. There's kind of like a nice loop walk that you can do up here. So we're going to go do that, and I'll show you. We're up here at the other kind of pits. Yeah, I mean, what's this here? I really don't want to be taking much back today. So it's always nice to just kind of survey what other people are getting into. You know, nobody ever really picks up 100% of everything, but you know, you can kind of get a little bit of a feel for it. And there's a lot of land up here, a lot of places that you could potentially be going. Unfortunately, there's really only one road up to the top the vehicle can easily make it to. But man, if you had a UTV, this would be the place to go. So this white rock up here is a great example. This stuff you will find up here on a lot of the rocks. And that is a calcium carbonate. I'm not exactly sure what calcium carbonate, but you can dissolve that stuff off of your finds with acid, whereas like that green cruddy opal, you're not going to be able to because it's, you know, so rich in silica that it's not something you can easily just melt away with acid. There's the Columbia River down there. But yeah, I think early spring's the time to come up here. You know, you don't want to come up here really in, you know, June, July, August. I mean, it can be oppressively hot. So, yeah, look at that out there. So, if you were into rock tumbling, there's a lot of chips and stuff like that. I don't rock tumble, so I don't really pick up any of this stuff, but it's interesting to look at. You see some people's workings here. A piece of opal. Let's see here. Yeah, looks like they're getting into some opalized wood, which, like I said, makes a nice specimen, but what's your plan? You know? That is the most adorable Estwing. That is tiny and old. Look at that. Fine. So we're going to head over a little closer to the microwave antenna, and that's when we're going to start our dig. There's a number of holes over there that are still on the BLM, and that's the plan. I got my hammer. I've actually never seen a rock hammer this little. That's cute. Clean it up. So before we kind of get going, I kind of want to show you, these are what these limb casts can look like on the inside. And that's why, that's why I want this and not all big cruddy piece. So there's some good sign here. You know, people are leaving stuff like that. Or that. I mean, looking... You know, the thing is, look at this, that's a net. This is good. That's actually a very solid piece. That's interesting.
Look at this one that some people just left right on top. Right here.
Yeah, people are getting into it. Okay, so that's a limb cast.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at these. Look at this. Thanks for all the hard work, everybody. That's a good little limb cast. Yeah, so we have this, and then this is you can really see the layering in here now. What people are getting into. See what's down here. Yeah. There's definitely going to be limb casts, that's for sure. So my plan is, here, let's go. So my plan is I'm going to kind of muck out this this waste rock, which it is all agate, but not the agate that I want. So off it goes. We'll see what's a little lower down in here, you know. It's always nice to have a fellow rockhound stop by. That's the thing up here. Well, first off, I need to get one of those. Can-Am, if you're watching, feel free to send one to my P.O. box. In the meantime, I'm going to show you some of the stuff that's just kind of out here. But it's always cool to be able to chat it up with fellow rockhounds cruising around. I think that might be a limb kind of stuck in there. See that kind of that round shape? So that's got to come home. And once I fill up my little pail, I'll probably hydrate it and we'll wet it and look at some stuff. Let me show you real quick the stuff that I'm going to be leaving up here. I mean, somebody's going to be happy with that. Isn't that kind of nice? Oh, should I be happy with that? I might have enough of this. Well, down there in the shade where you can't really see, I got these 3 little limb casts. Sarah just handed me this. But I'm just kind of scraping away a little bit, and it seems to be promising. There's a big piece right here, but I'm not taking that. And of course, people are making an overhang, which is slightly scary, but I'll just kind of scrape it out and probably try to knock some of it down. Make it a little bit better for the next person. You're making my recording great, Micah. This might be one of the better places to well, have a nice view while rockhounding. Found this, and you see that little piece sticking out of it? I feel like that could be a limb cast. Hide my face. That could be a limb cast in there, and that could be potentially good, potentially extract it. So since it's little, I'm going to take it. But overall, I got like half a little bucket that will high grade. Let's how about we walk up the hill a little bit and just take in the view for a minute. Take a break from all this hard work.
A lot of discard here.
Sarah's up here at this other pit. Maybe we'll look at the discards up here. Yeah. Somebody's getting into some stuff, but they're obviously high grading, much like me. Looking for something specific or big. This will be up here for the next person. Yeah, a lot of broken chunks, a lot of stuff that a person could definitely, like, you know, have as a piece to look at, I guess. Like his rockhounding on her birthday here. Yeah, good little example of a little limb. Sarah's finding a couple of things. So I got this half a gallon, well, I guess a gallon. This is a 2-gallon bucket, halfway full. I'm just going to take this stuff out now, and I don't know, we're going to kind of sort through it, get it all nice and wet. See what is actually worth keeping here. So yeah, I mean, like this, that's a nice piece. I think any of these like little limb casts, even as small as they are, I have some projects in mind for these. So let's get this one wet. That could potentially be good. Looks like there's a little knot on it. I know I said no scraggly pieces, but I might take one. Now I already have some big stuff. I know people might be like looking at this and being like, "Oh, take it all, take it all." I don't need it all. I really don't. That could be good. I'm a little iffy on this, but it looks like I might have a piece here that I could get off with acid. Obviously, these little guys. I think this could be a limb cast. I'm not sure. All of this gross calcium and grime and stuff. We're going to have to melt all this off, clean it all off. That's a pretty piece. I mean, that does have that round right there. Same thing with this. I mean, the nice thing for going for the little stuff is that, well, you know, if I take stuff like this home and it's not that great ultimately, well, it's not that big of a deal, I guess. Take that. So this thing I pulled out, I'm like, I don't know, but it's also very, very heavy. Yeah, I think I'm going to take it out of curiosity. I have this. That could be good cut. So all of this I'm pretty sure I'm going to leave. Yeah, some of these are pretty good, I think, for the next person at least. Like that. Let's get that cut. Yeah, somebody will be very happy with that. Sarah just handed this to me. It's kind of nice. You can see that cellular replacement. You can count the bands in it. The stuff, although it's cool to look at, once you have some of it, you're like kind of passing on it. Can't do a whole lot other than have it really look like a piece of wood, I guess. Just pulled these out. Kind of working under there a little bit. It's hard to show, you know, you're in the shade. Let me show you anyways. So I'm not climbing under there because that's sketchy and dangerous. Probably, well, you can see how far the shovel goes back. I'm just scraping out the stuff that's dropped and looking for the casts in there. And then I'm going to knock a bunch of this down before we go. So scoop some of that out. But you can see we got a big piece of petrified wood back in here. Pieces up in here. All over. All over. That's what you get with Saddle Mountain. So with this find, which is pretty much flawless, that's a full round. I'm going to call this collar hunt, at least at this location. Ended on a high note, you know, but that's beautiful. And we'll go grab some lunch and we're going to go drive around the hills some. So we're pretty much good to go here, except I want to go show you something. We're going to go check something out here. So I'm going to turn the camera around and show you the book that everybody uses. All right, Gem Trails of Washington. This is the book that, well, almost everyone uses. So we go to the Saddle Mountain listing and we look at our little map here. So we're up here at the towers. We're going to go to Site B, the cliffs, or we're going to see how far we can go. We actually haven't spent much time out there. I don't necessarily think it's super worth it. If you look at a geological map, which I'll put up on the website, there will be a link down below, you can see all of the areas that you can really have good access to the basalt flows, like between the layers, where you're going to find all the best stuff. Therefore, that's why all the pits are up here that people have been working. So we're going to go check out the old cliff site and see how far I can drive the Subaru down it, and we'll go from there. So after a little bit of driving around, well, this is the location from Gem Trails, the cliffs location. It sure is pretty, but that's all of Saddle Mountain. You can see some of the diggings. They clearly haven't been worked in a while. I mean, there's like nothing really nothing really that special, it seems like. Now there might be better stuff down in like those washes and stuff, but I don't see why you would go there when you head up to the top. I mean,
There's plenty of stuff.
yeah, there is like little pieces of petrified wood, and You know, there's some more of the crusty opal pieces, it looks like. I mean, that's a piece of agatized wood. I mean, I guess, like, you know, if you're to find that in a creek, I think a lot of people would be ecstatic about that find. But, you know, it all depends on the location, right? Like, if the whole ground is agate, if everything's agate and opal, you're not going to take the whole mountain home. So, yeah, that's definitely more fresh over here. Yeah, that's more recent.
That's very big pieces, but that's kind of boring.
Yeah, it's I mean, you know, it's hard to tell without like getting all this calcium off of it. I mean, I guess that's kind of good. You know? I mean, well, we got like some little petroidal bits in here. That's probably about 3 pounds or so. I mean, if somebody found a 3-pound river agate, they'd be freaking out. We'll leave that though. What do you got? Oh. A little piece of opal. Kind of iridescent. I think that's catching. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah, somebody ought to like that. I'm put that there for the next person. Oh. Yeah, that's kind of cool.
It doesn't like scream petrified wood.
In relatively a short amount of time, we got some pretty good stuff, I think. We do have some ominous, darker clouds rolling in, especially kind of back there. So we're gonna call it. We're gonna head back to the shop. I'm gonna wash everything, and then we can look at it on the bench and see how we did. What a great trip! Saddle Mountain certainly does produce some nice material, and it's always good to be able to get out and explore in a place of great abundance where there's zero shortage of material. And I think I got exactly what I went up there for. Everything that you're seeing here has been washed just with like some water. It is by no means clean. There will be a follow-up part 2 to this where we get into some of the cleaning, some acid, some different stuff, and all of that. Now, do you see something extra special here on the table? Okay, I found something quite special, and I didn't actually know it was special until we got it back and I washed everything. Like, I just put everything in a bucket and I soaked it, and there's like that much sediment in the bottom. Now, I have never seen anything like this before up there. What you're looking at is a blue agatized limb. I've never seen this. I've never even heard of this. I think we may have found something quite rare up there on this this trip. I mean, 99% of the stuff up there, it's going to be brown. Okay, it's just that's that. Like, it's this color, different shades of brown. I've never seen this before. If you've seen a blue limb cast, which we have here, I believe it's a limb, up there at Saddle Mountain, I would love to see it. I would love to hear from you. I'm not one to exaggerate or hype here on the channel, but I think this is actually a pretty pretty dang good and pretty rare. You know, often when people say something's rare, it's usually not. They're liars. They're hyping to you. But anybody ever see anything like this? We can take it out in the sun, and it's very, 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 very blue. Very blue. Very cool to see. And yeah, very, very happy. It was a great first outing of the season. Part 2 will be following this in like a day or so. And during that, we'll be doing a deep clean of this. Look at what you can clean off, what you can expect out of cleaning, some different acid options, and yeah, we'll go from there. It'll probably be a quick one, but it should be really good, and it won't extend the length of this any longer than it needs to be. Yeah, very cool limb casts. Lots of them. I'm happy, you know. A couple that I wanted to point out. This thing, that one's pretty cool. That one will look really good. I'm excited to get this stuff off and clean. Well, thank you guys so much for being part of the channel, watching to the very end. I think that blue limb cast is rad, and if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, throw a like. Feel like you want to support the channel financially, you can do so by hitting the join button down below. We've got lots of great stuff over there. You know, we do giveaways every month, extra videos. It's all incredible, all awesome stuff. All right, y'all. You guys take care, and I'll catch you in the next video, which just so happens to be a cleaning and acid video. Take care.